India's exports have set a new record of over 820 billion US dollars in FY25 on strong services growth. March exports hit 73.61 billion US dollars, while non-petroleum exports reached a record 37.07 billion USD. More in this report.
India's economy is not just holding strong, it's surging ahead. Powered by hefty merchandise shipments and robust services exports, India continues to defy global headwinds and is demonstrating remarkable economic resilience. For the financial year 2024 to 25, India's total exports, including merchandise and services, jumped by 5.5%, reaching $820.9 billion, which is up from $778.1 billion in the previous year. March alone saw a robust performance with total exports touching $73.6 billion, reflecting a 2.65% growth year on year. Imports too showed upward significant trend, touching $77.2 billion, which is a 4.9% rise compared to March 2024. The figures indicate a strong domestic demand and a thriving trade environment. For financial year 2025, merchandise exports stood at $437.4 billion. Here's the record breaker. India's non-petroleum exports hit an all-time high, reaching $374.08 billion, which is a solid 6% growth over the previous year.
Our export to US has also clocked 12% growth, and that in fact is encouraging us to look into the challenging target of $2 trillion by 2030, and probably the ecosystem which is being developed by the government will definitely put India on its growth story.
On top of the merchandise exports list were engineering goods, electronics, pharmaceuticals, ready-made garments, and key agricultural commodities like rice, cotton, coffee, spice, tea, and tobacco. Here's a quick look into some of the top numbers. Electronic goods exported soared by 32.47%, pharmaceuticals grew by 9.39%, coffee exports surged by a remarkable 40.37%, tea exports brewed a strong 11.84% growth, rice exports were also increased by 19.73%. Services were the standout performers, exceeding imports with exports totaling $383.5 billion in the financial year 2025.
There's a growth rate in services of about 12%. There has been tremendous support from the pharma, from the garment exports, from textiles, and from agriculture. So in all, I think India is in very, very strong and good.
This has been possible because of our focus on service sector. I think this is a wonderful time, especially when we see that there are so many global uncertainties like tariff wars, but it only shows the resilience of Indian economy and the favorable policy that Government of India has brought out for our exporters.
With deepening global partnerships, strong macroeconomic fundamentals, and consistent export momentum, India is confidently scripting a bold, stable, and an ambitious economic future. Tripti Tripaঠি's report for DD India.